Hey everyone, so this is an unbox of the GSG 1911 22 LR, made in Germany. So the gun comes in a decent plastic case, has a padlock slot there for extra security while traveling and stuff. It's a solid hard plastic, so it's not too bad. So in the case we have a gun and one magazine in Australia. I believe some of the overseas versions come with 2 magazines in the case. I've also heard of some of them coming with a suppressor or some sort of barrel attachment. I'm not sure what exactly though, but in Australia we just have the gun and the magazine, one magazine. Also in the box there is the sticker, German sports gun sticker, a bag of bits which we will go over in a bit, and the user manual. User manual is pretty cool. Covers a lot of stuff like stripping it down for field cleaning and the exploded view of all the parts, as well as some general safety information and basically how to use it. So worth reading, especially if it's a new gun that you're not used to. It's always worth having a look at that. I will take out these and remove the box out the way. It's a nice padded internal box. It's quite good. Apparently the padding in here though you have to be careful with. If it gets damp, then this stuff will hold the water or the moisture and will rust your gun out. So this is the gun. I'll just show you that we no magazine and we are clear chambered, and the magazine is empty. Good sturdy magazine. I don't think it's steel, but it is an alloy or metal of some sort, and it's heavy. It's got good weight to it. It pops out of the gun when you eject it, so you can do cool catches from a height, and I think it probably lasts quite a while because it's pretty solid magazine. 10-round magazine, and I believe that's the same everywhere. So this gun comes as a 10-round gun, regardless of the country you're in. I'm not 100% certain what America would have, because obviously they have a lot of different rules, but countries like Canada and Australia and New Zealand, where rounds are limited, definitely only get the 10. Now the gun itself, and as you can see on screen, this gun comes in quite a few different colors and options. So the gun is between in Australia, it's between about $580 to, I've seen it around $640, and depending on the options as well. There's one with a Picatinny rail, which underneath here, which is slightly more, and there's also a Target version that has completely different grips on here that are slightly more, and I think the sights on the Target one are different. I don't know if there's any other differences between them though. The spec sheets I read exactly the same for every single model, so I'm fairly certain that there might be something different on the Target version compared to the standard one here. So this is the black with wooden grips. The other colors you get are the flat dark earth, or like a tan color. You get the full black, which is all black with black poly grips. There is a stainless steel, which is the stainless steel slide. You get OD green. From a look point of view and size point of view, this is pretty much exactly the same size as a standard 1911. It has interchangeable parts with a standard 1911 with regards to, I believe, almost every part except for things like the barrel, which is specifically different, and obviously a few of the mechanical parts probably slightly different, but things like grips and safeties and stuff like that are all fairly interchangeable, I think. Because it's the same size as a 1911, it is able to use things like 1911 holsters. So if you own a 1911, your same holster will be perfectly fine for this gun, apparently. I don't have a 1911, so I can't speak for that, but that's fine. I don't have a holster at the moment either, so I haven't been able to test it either. But that's what I've read about this. It's all the accessories work from a standard 1911 for the 22 version, including the magazine pouches. So if you're running mag pouches on your belt, these magazines will actually be fine with those pouches as well, which is awesome. It just means you only have to buy one set of accessories. The couple of differences between them is the slide on this one is obviously a lighter slide. It's an alloy and not a full steel slide, because the 22 round wouldn't be able to eject and cycle correctly on a full, it wouldn't have enough power to cycle the slide and the action. The strip down is slightly different. I'm actually going to do a video on the field stripping, so I'll go into more detail with that. There's a couple of additional screws and stuff on the initial field stripping that a standard 1911 doesn't have. The sights on these are plastic with yellow dot sights, but they are both plastic. The front sight is not adjustable for elevation. You have to actually, in that bag of bits, there are a number of replacement sights for the front of different heights, so that is what you use to change your elevation for the front, which I think some people are a bit upset about the sights. They don't like them. They think they're a bit weak and they break easily, and I haven't had any reference to that. So with regards to this, like I say, I don't run a holster, so don't know if it's maybe the holsters that are the problem for these plastic sights, but I haven't had any issues with it so far. Mind you, it's only a new gun, and it hasn't had that much abuse yet. In the bag of bits, you also get the wrench for the thread protector on the barrel. It's a threaded barrel, so it can have an accessory put onto it. So you get the wrench for that. You get a number of Allen keys for various stripping screws and the sight Allen key, the Allen key for changing the sights out. And you also get a snap cap, which is quite nice for dry fire. It stops you knackering out your firing pin. Yeah, good little bag of bits. Yeah, I haven't had any need to change out the sights. It seems fine as I'm shooting at the moment, so I don't really need to do anything like that. On the safeties on here, there is a safety, which is this one here, and it's ambidextrous. It also has a grip safety, and it also has a magazine disconnect safety, so you actually can't fire this gun even if it's cocked and ready. You won't let you fire without having the magazine in it, which is fine. I mean, I don't really fire the gun without a mag in it anyway, so it doesn't make a difference to me. But I have heard people complain about it, but it is a fairly simple fix apparently. You just pop out that screw, take this out here, and you either replace it with a solid replacement version of this, or you fill in the hole, and which is what causes the magazine disconnect. It's apparently a very simple process. The same can be done with the grip safety as well. You can actually change the grip safety so that it locks it in place so that you don't have to worry about the grip safety. And then all you have is your magazine, your manual safety. And with the sights are adjustable on the rear for side to side, and the front, we've discussed it, they aren't. Both are plastic. I have seen people say that they prefer to swap out the sights for more professional sights, but my technique is my problem rather than the sights. So when my technique becomes good and my sights are a problem, then I might replace the sights, but at the moment I'm fine with what they've got on there. This is a 1911 trainer. Probably good for younger shooters as well. The recoil on this is almost non-existent. I love shooting this gun. I mean, it comes back to spot almost immediately with no effort. It's great. It's not a scary gun when you're firing it like some 45s or 9mm are, or revolvers, which are quite loud. So this is very nice for learning on, definitely. And as a full standard 1911 plinker, if you want to go shooting with your 1911 grips and style, then but you don't want to spend a fortune on expensive ammo, and this is a great gun for that down the range. I've put about 250-300 rounds through this gun so far. It does use or prefer high velocity. It says it on the gun, it says it in the manual, and everybody you speak to says the same thing, that this gun works way better with high velocity straight off the bat. Apparently the first 1,000 rounds or so should be high velocity at least, to actually run the gun in. So this gun is great for the first 100 rounds were tough. They had quite a few failure to feeds where the round ejected correctly and it went back into full cycle, but the next round didn't actually feed into the chamber, and it was just sitting there. When I popped open, I would actually fire it, it would fire and it would dry fire, because there's no round there. So, and if I opened up the chamber, I could the slide, I could actually see the next round just sitting on top of the mag waiting to load, and then I would just cycle it and it would be fine, and it would start working for another few, and then it would fail again. But after that first 100, it started working sweet. The first 100 were rough, but then the next 200 have been flawless, not a single failure to feed in the entire time. So that's really cool. That's really good with that. It's got a nice, it's a 1911. It's got a great grip. The beavertail's nice. It's comfortable. The grip is a good size on this. I'm 5'6", so I'm not a tall guy. I don't have huge hands. I'm a well-hung lesbian. I've got really thick fingers and smaller hands, so I find this grip really comfortable. The grip is a great size. It's perfect for my hand size. I don't think you would have any problem as a younger shooter or a female with smaller hands, and obviously larger guys wouldn't have any issue with it either. The magazine release is easy to get to. I mean, I can almost reach it without having to turn the gun at all, so that's great. I like that. other guns such as the Beretta 9mm, where it is the grip seems really large and the magazine release seems really far away, and I literally, you know, a lot of the time I feel like I'm turning the gun sideways almost to get to that magazine release with one hand, so I end up using the offhand for that one. The actual feel of the gun in your hand is great. The slide release is easy to get to. Like I say, I'm a short guy, my hands aren't that big, and I can hit that with my main hand without actually having to turn the gun too far, so I'm back straight off of that. So it's, like I say, it's not too bad. Okay, so one thing I did notice with this this pistol is if I rammed home the mag too hard, the first round doesn't always seat correctly, but it's probably entirely user issue, where I'm slamming it home way too hard, trying to be some sort of action hero, I don't know. As for the rest of it, the gun's awesome. I love shooting it. I love the look of it. I love the classic 1911 look. I think it's a great looking gun. Even though this is a very budget friendly gun, $500, $600 for this is awesome, and I can't see me getting rid of it for any reason really. The build feels amazing, like the quality of it feels amazing. The grip is awesome. I love the grip. The only thing I might do is remove the magazine disconnect, just because, you know, sometimes you just want to release the hammer without the mag in there. People have mentioned that the paint comes off after a while. It's the paint will start to scratch off, but I assume that would be the same with most guns. The gun's great. It's easy to use. It's awesome. I mean, racking it is easy as. I mean, you can literally, I mean, I can hold that with one thumb. It's so easy to slide. I don't know if I can do, oh, I can, there we go. So I can even do a John Wick check on the chamber. So if you like this gun, click on the like button. If you don't like this gun, click on the like button anyway, and comment as well. Leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think about it. You know, if you don't want to subscribe or click the like button, I don't care. Don't, but leave a comment so you can have a discussion about it at least. And catch our next video, which is going to be probably a field strip of this actually. So I'm going to do a field strip just to show you how to strip it down, because the procedure is slightly different to the standard 1911. Be good, be free, be safe.